Okay, sometimes,
Yeah.
life just feels like a never-ending to-do list, right?
Right.
So today we're diving into something that might help,
Okay.
creating a mindfulness space
Yep.
right in your own home.
Oh, nice.
And no, you don't.
Okay.
You don't need to knock down walls
Yeah,
or become a minimalist guru or anything like that.
I like it.
We're talking simple, practical steps,
Okay.
all based on this article that really got me thinking.
That's great. What stood out to you?
Well, what really caught my eye was
Yeah.
that they emphasized that this is about so much more than just having,
Right.
a pretty meditation corner or something.
Yeah.
It's about intentionally creating a space that helps you shift gears mentally,
Oh, yeah.
like a mini retreat from the daily grind.
I love that.
That's what I like too.
Yeah.
It's not about adding more to your plate, right?
No, not at all.
It's about creating a space that helps you de-stress.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
where do we even begin? The article talks a lot about location.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what makes a good spot?
Well, the key here is finding a place in your home where you genuinely feel comfortable.
Right.
And you can minimize distractions.
Okay.
It could be a quiet corner of your living room,
Yeah.
maybe a spot by a window with natural light,
Yeah.
maybe even like a little nook on your balcony if you have one.
I'm one of those people who needs absolute quiet to focus.
Okay.
So I'd probably gravitate towards my bedroom,
Oh, okay.
maybe a corner away from the window,
Okay.
so there's less visual distraction.
Interesting.
But the article did mention natural light being beneficial, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a reason we feel more energized on sunny days.
Yeah.
Natural light helps regulate our circadian rhythm,
Mhm.
which is basically our internal sleep-wake cycle.
Yeah.
It also boosts serotonin production, the feel-good hormone.
Oh, right.
But if your chosen spot doesn't have a lot of natural light, you can still create a calming ambiance with soft, warm, artificial light.
Okay.
Think about using lamps with warm-toned bulbs
Okay.
instead of harsh overhead lighting.
Good point. And easy enough to do.
Yeah,
Okay, so we've got the location sorted.
all right.
But then the article goes on about keeping things simple and clutter-free.
Yes,
Now, clutter can be a real beast, right?
it can.
I know I struggle with it constantly.
What's interesting is that research shows that clutter can actually make it harder to focus and relax.
Huh?
It bombards our senses with visual stimuli,
Right.
leading to mental fatigue.
Interesting.
So in this context, a clear space can actually lead to a clearer mind.
Okay.
Think of it as removing distractions so you can actually connect with yourself.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
It's like I wouldn't try to meditate in the middle of a busy street, so
Right.
why would I try to do it surrounded by piles of laundry and unopened mail?
Exactly.
But decluttering can feel like a whole other project in itself.
Right.
Any tips on how to approach that without getting overwhelmed?
One thing you can do is start small.
Okay.
Choose one area of your designated mindfulness space and focus on decluttering just that spot.
Okay.
Maybe it's clearing off a shelf,
Yeah.
organizing a drawer,
Uh-huh.
or just putting away anything that doesn't contribute to a sense of calm and peace.
That's a great tip.
Yeah.
Bite-sized decluttering, I like it.
Yeah.
And I guess once you've got the clutter under control,
Uh-huh.
you can start thinking about making the space comfortable.
Right.
Because if you're not physically comfortable, it's hard to relax.
You got it.
Yeah.
The article talks about the importance of choosing seating that supports your body
Right.
and allows you to sit or lie down comfortably.
Yeah.
This could be a meditation cushion,
Uh-huh.
a yoga mat,
Okay.
a comfy armchair,
Yeah.
or even just a pile of soft blankets.
See, now you're speaking my language.
Yeah,
Comfy seating is key,
it is.
whether I'm reading a book or trying to meditate.
Right.
But I'm curious.
Yeah.
The article also mentions incorporating elements of nature.
Uh-huh.
What's the thinking behind that?
Well, there's something incredibly grounding and restorative about being in nature.
Oh, for sure.
Think about how you feel after like a walk in the park
Yeah.
or a hike in the woods.
Right.
Research actually shows that spending time in nature can lower stress hormones,
Really?
reduce blood pressure,
Wow.
and even boost our immune system.
You're so right. I always feel more relaxed after spending time outdoors.
Yeah,
But how do we bring that feeling of nature into our homes?
right.
Especially if we don't have a lot of space.
Well, the article suggests incorporating natural elements
Yeah,
like
so-
plants,
Mhm.
flowers,
Okay.
or even natural materials like wood and stone.
Right.
Even a small houseplant or a vase of fresh flowers
Yeah.
can make a big difference.
I love that idea. It's like bringing the outdoors in.
Exactly.
And you know what else I found really interesting in the article?
What's that?
They talked about engaging all of your senses
Oh, yeah.
to create a truly immersive experience.
I love that.
That's where things get really exciting.
Absolutely.
By consciously engaging our senses, we can deepen our experience of the space
Right.
and enhance the feeling of relaxation.
Exactly. So think about
Yeah.
using soft, calming colors for your decor,
Okay.
playing soothing music or nature sounds, and incorporating aromatherapy with essential oils.
Ooh, aromatherapy.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of essential oils.
Nice.
I find certain scents like lavender really help me unwind at the end of the day.
That makes sense.
And it's fun, I never really thought about it before.
Yeah.
But scent is such a powerful sense trigger.
It is.
It can instantly transport you back to a specific memory
Totally.
or evoke a certain emotion.
Sure.
Exactly.
And that's why it's such a valuable tool for creating a mindfulness space.
Yeah.
But don't forget about the sense of touch.
Oh, right, of course.
Think about adding cozy blankets, soft pillows, or a textured rug to your space.
This is making me want to go home and redecorate right now.
I know, right?
But seriously, I love how personalized this all is.
Yeah.
It's not about following some rigid set of rules, right? It's about creating a space that reflects your own unique needs and preferences.
You got it. This isn't a one-size-fits-all approach.
Right.
The article really encourages you to make the space your own.
Okay, I like that.
Add personal touches that hold meaning for you, whether it's a collection of crystals,
Okay.
inspiring artwork,
Yeah.
a favorite book of poetry, or even just a framed photograph that brings you joy.
So we've got this beautiful, peaceful space, but then life happens, right? Kids barge in, the dog wants to play, the phone's ringing.
Yep.
How do we actually carve out the time
Right.
and set boundaries
Yeah.
so we can actually use this space?
Well, that's where the concept of boundaries comes in.
Both physical and symbolic.
Right.
The article suggests using screens or curtains to create a visual separation if you're sharing your space with others.
Yeah.
You can also use furniture placement to define the area,
Okay.
or even designate specific times when the space is to be respected as a quiet zone.
You know, I think the designating specific times idea is key.
Yeah.
Especially for families.
For sure.
Maybe it's after dinner, before bed,
Okay.
or even just a quick 15-minute break in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It's like saying, okay, for this little window of time,
Yeah.
this space is off limits.
Exactly.
But what about symbolic boundaries?
Okay.
I'm not sure I totally understand that.
So symbolic boundaries are more about creating a mental shift
Oh, okay.
than a physical one.
Right.
It could be as simple as lighting a candle
Uh-huh.
or burning incense to signal that you're entering a different headspace.
Okay.
Or maybe you have a special shawl or blanket that you only use
Yeah.
when you're in your mindfulness space.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a way of signaling to yourself
Right.
and to others
Yeah.
that this is a time for quiet reflection.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like a ritual to help you transition
Exactly.
into a more mindful state of mind.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of rituals,
Yeah.
the article touched on that too.
Yes, rituals are powerful
Yeah.
because they add intentionality to our actions.
Okay.
They help us create a sense of ceremony and purpose,
Uh-huh.
which can make our mindfulness practice even more meaningful.
Right.
The article suggests incorporating small rituals like lighting a candle,
Yeah.
burning incense,
Right.
or taking a few deep breaths before you begin your practice.
I love that idea.
Yeah,
Even something as simple as lighting a candle can create a sense of calm and focus.
absolutely.
It's like setting the stage for a more mindful experience.
I agree.
So we've covered location,
Uh-huh.
keeping things simple,
Yes.
comfort,
Yeah.
nature,
Right.
engaging the senses, personalization,
Yeah.
accessibility,
Okay.
boundaries, and rituals.
Wow, we've covered a lot.
Is there anything else we need to know about creating this awesome mindfulness space?
I think the most important thing to remember is this isn't about perfection.
Right.
You know, it's about creating a space that works for you,
Yeah.
that feels good,
Right.
and supports your well-being.
Yeah.
And it's gonna evolve over time as your needs change.
That's such a good point.
Yeah.
It's not about achieving some Instagram-worthy ideal or something.
No, not at all.
It's about functionality
Right.
and creating a space that genuinely serves you.
Exactly.
You know, maybe some weeks you'll use it for meditation, others for journaling,
Yeah.
or just taking a few moments to breathe deeply.
Exactly. And the beauty is
Yep.
you don't need a lot of space or money
Right.
to create this kind of sanctuary.
Right.
It's really about shifting your mindset
Okay.
and making intentional choices about how you want to feel in your own home.
You know what really struck me
Yeah.
was how the article talked about accessibility.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, if you want to work out regularly,
Yeah.
you keep your gym bag packed and ready to go.
Right.
Same idea here.
Totally.
If you want to use your mindfulness space,
Yeah.
make it easy to access.
I love that analogy.
Right.
Have everything you need ready.
Uh-huh.
Your cushion, a journal,
Okay.
maybe a diffuser with your favorite calming scents.
Right.
Remove any barriers that might prevent you from using the space.
So after this deep dive,
Yeah.
I'm curious, what's resonating with you?
Whoa.
What one thing feels most doable to start creating your own mindfulness space?
For me, it's the simplicity of it all.
Oh,
It's not about having a ton of fancy equipment or
Right.
following rigid rules.
Yeah.
It's about finding what works for you
Yeah,
and creating a space that feels nurturing and supportive.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like maybe today you just light a candle in a quiet corner
Uh-huh.
and take 5 deep breaths. That's a mindfulness space right there.
It is.
And maybe next week you add a plant
Right.
or declutter a shelf.
Yeah.
It's a journey, not a race.
And it's a journey worth taking.
Okay.
Even small steps towards creating a space for mindfulness can have a big impact
Right.
on your overall well-being.
So as we wrap up,
Yeah.
I'm leaving you with this thought.
Right.
What one small step will you take today to start building your own personal sanctuary?
That's a good one.
And remember, it's not about being perfect.
No.
It's about showing up for yourself
Yeah.
and creating a space where you can reconnect with your inner peace.
I like that.
Until next time, keep diving deep.